I had, from a very young age, had come from quite humble beginnings and had sort of furiously climbed my way up the corporate ladder. And I had this dream from when I was a 18-year-old that by the time I'm 30, I'm going to be in a leadership position, have a really good salary, nice designer clothes, travel internationally, and achieve the corporate dream slash success. And I got it by the time I was 24. So by the time I was 24, I was headhunted by a foreign exchange company to be their head of learning and development. And it kind of catapulted me into a leadership position at a very young age, with everything that I'd ever dreamed of. And very quickly realized this isn't quite what I thought it was going to be. And let's just say that the rose tinted glasses of that corporate dream very quickly were taken off. And I sort of instantly knew that something was off, that something just wasn't sitting quite right with me. And I went on this huge sort of journey of self-discovery and personal development, partly fueled by the role that I had that was actually to do with personal development and learning and development. But also partly out of curiosity. And then I, was in a very highly pressured job because it was just me. So I was everything from design to delivery to admin for anything, onboarding, product training, process training, sales training, everything fell under me. And I just started to kind of burn out, went through a period of depression, lots of stress, lots of anxiety, like going to work. And it just got to a point that it was like, I just can't sustain this anymore. Like, this is going to break me. And I had a colleague that was sort of quietly persistent saying, you should go to therapy and talk to someone and maybe that might help. And after kind of saying no for 3 months, I eventually caved and said, okay, fine, if you'll stop asking me. And I went, and that was really sort of the beginning of the end of understanding that actually I wasn't in a good environment for my mental health and that I needed to leave. And so I kind of left without really like a huge plan. But what I was noticing is that on LinkedIn back in February 2017 or the start of 2017, the tone of people's content was starting to change. And I don't mean a lot of people, but just a few pieces of content were really kind of going viral. And these were really kind of personal stories and stories around careers and endings and beginnings. And I thought, if I kind of study these posts, maybe I could create my own. And so there was a strategy behind it. It wasn't like I accidentally, wrote something in that way and posted it. I was very careful about how it was written and what time and that sort of thing. And then I posted it on my lunch break, on my last day of work. And by the time I got to my leaving drinks, 80,000 people had seen this post and my phone was going crazy. So it was a really surreal feeling of kind of feeling like finally I can let go of the mask that I've been wearing for so long. I say so long in my short corporate existence that was 3.5 years. But it felt like a long time because, wearing a mask for 3.5 years is long enough to feel like it's long. And that post was really kind of taking that mask off and going, never again will I put that back on. I will just be me. And I wanted to show people what, I think a lot of people go through in the city, but not a lot of people talk about. And that was important to me.